Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more of our Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill Let's Play here. So, last episode, we did a lot. We talked to all the students, I believe, and then we went ahead and got some clues, and I went ahead off screen and did some pretty nice things because, yeah, obviously I don't know what any of these clues means, and since they don't really explain it, I decided to go back and try to look it up myself and see what it all meant, because when I played through the first time I didn't know what it meant, and I would like to know. So let's just start basically with, since we're not anywhere near that area. Ooh, a coin. I'll pick that up. There's actually a coin I missed. I can go back and get it. I will probably do that later. Or off screen, it's not that big of a deal to collect all the coins. I think you get an achievement if you do it. But there's one thing we want to look at here. So this note here, where we got everything wrote down, LAU2, which is all we needed. Apparently there was another secret message there. All these letters here, the very first letters of each sentence, make up something that we were supposed to know, and I didn't know, but it says 5th map drawer. So I figure that must be something that we'll need a little bit later. So I went ahead and made sure that I did that right. And then there's another one. Let's see if I can remember where all these are, because we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit if we want to get all of our information correct. And that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to get all the information correct before I just immediately, like, move on. Because even if this isn't, like, a complete walkthrough of how to 100% the game, I still want it to be something that people can watch and be like, oh, I'm stuck on this part of the game, so I'd really like to be able to get past it, but I don't know how. So if I can help them with that, then that would be great, because I obviously needed the help myself whenever I was looking around. And I was actually wrong on this note as well. The letters weren't, I believe I wrote down like MT or something. Yeah, that wasn't it. It was AS.U4. I don't know how I got that wrong, but apparently I did. And there's another clue on this thing. So it says the words are separated at the center by a clear line, and it says a crane contestant in a masked disguise won the prize money despite the lies. Alright, so I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything right now, but that was another clue that I needed to figure out, and I did. Let's see, there should be, I want to make sure I didn't forget anything in here. It's kind of going to be like a, I don't want to say a backtracking episode, but it might be, because we definitely are going to need to make sure we get all these clues here. Let's see. And I don't want to miss anything either, because apparently I missed a coin and stuff, so I might as well go ahead and pick it up when I remember to get back there. I believe it was at the house. So let's go back on in here where this guy was. Completely blanking on his name right now. Sorry, buddy. And then we had, I think there was a bulletin board over here. Yeah, there was a bulletin board over here. And there was a note on the bulletin board down at the bottom there. I believe I already solved that one. The hidden videotape will seal my murderer's fate, so I got that one. I'm glad I was able to get that one. It wasn't too difficult. I mean, all it was backwards. I know a lot of them are like backwards and weird, because they're backwards but they're also jumbled, so that was what made it kind of difficult. Some of them are jumbled. So this number here, we just got the YD3 code or whatever from it, but apparently there's more to it. So the note at the right side of the board is written in numbers. So we count off the letters in the alphabet to decipher the note. Which it would take me literally forever, because that first one would be C. And then it would be the 15th letter. But all it says is cool, cool, pop, spot, grape. Which, okay. I know that the one that I read, the other one, the one that was over here, is actually grape, grape, orange, cool. We'll play the alarm in the school. That's the one we need. We don't have to worry about that other one. I don't know why they wanted us to do something with the other one. But apparently that's what it says. So there you go. There's that one. And then we need to go and look at this bulletin board, maybe? Did I mess up? Yes, I told you guys I couldn't figure out what all this stuff meant. I could read a couple of them, but not all of them. So this is the one on with the KRR1. It's upside down, of course, and I knew exactly what it said. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to hide. Let the books in the library be your guide. The one in the middle was jumbled. Words are written from right to left and bottom to top. It said, a symbol of kanji worn with great pride reflects big secrets that someone must hide. And then the last one over there, it's upside down, written right to left. He did what it took to make the grade, even if it meant cheating to keep up his charade. So I'm guessing that's probably talking about that guy, the smarty pants guy in there in the student lounge area. And then apparently, like, I knew there was going to be something to this eye chart. It wasn't just an eye chart. I was completely right. So the eye chart, read the eye chart from bottom up and right to left. And it says, if anything happens to me, look at my chemistry book, page 305. So I got that written down, so I don't forget. 305, but I also got it in front of me, so that's definitely something I'll need to remember. And there should be just a few more, and then we will continue on. Don't worry, we are going to continue. I just want to make sure I get all this right, because I don't want it to be like, oh, I don't know what that means, but, you know, it's okay. So this one here, I don't know if I solved it or not, because it was all jumbled and I didn't really know. So I got it here. It's form the words by using the next set of letters with the previous words. So there you go. But it says, find the morning edition and discover another crime. The answer is in black and white. To who will do the time? Okay. So there we go. There's another clue that I did not solve. And I think there might be one more. Up, down, left, right. The first letters will help my flight. I believe that was right. I got that one right. Yeah, I got that one right. Thank goodness I got that one right. And there's one more I had up here that I don't know where it is. It's the one with the little pink post-it note. Did we even look at this one? I don't even think we even went this way yet. HFL1, do I even have that? I don't. We haven't even went this way yet. Okay, well, I guess we will just go this way now. And we'll get back to that in a second, because there's one more that I guess I missed. So, a poetic drama written by the senior essay winners of Paseo High School. Student files under lock and key will show the lies of the doctor-to-be. HFL1. HFL1. Okay. I didn't write that one down, so that obviously must be talking about that guy. Smart guy. Why can't I remember his name? Why I cannot remember his name. Okay, so let's go. Yes, this is where we were. Okay. There's a bulletin board that I missed right here. This is where we're going to start off the next episode. So let's go ahead and look at this bulletin board here. There should be one here. Ah, there we go. And I have that one as well, because we didn't solve it yet, but I'll see if I can. So obviously the letters are underlined. Should be pretty simple, but you know me. I would rather just look it up here than try to sit here and solve it for 15 minutes, because that would literally be how long it would take me. But we do have Z in D1. Oh, I wrote down 2. D1. There we go. Okay. So it says on this one, certain letters are underlined, combine them to form words and then sentences. Okay. Put elements in order to open puzzle. Okay. I kind of figured that out. It was pretty hard the first time I played, but if you guys will notice, these letters that we're writing down, they're actually elements on the periodic table, and we're going to be using them a lot later. Obviously, he's telling us right here, we put them in order from the first element on the periodic table to the last one that we've written down, and we'll open this puzzle that he's going to have us solve, which he seems to have a lot of puzzles for us to solve, and we literally haven't done anything to do the, like, I don't know why we have to solve this mystery with puzzles. But we have a locked door here, and I don't know how to get in, so I'm not going to bother with that right now. One thing I do want to do is I want to try to find that note. It's driving me crazy now that I can't find that note. I feel like it was up at the front of the school. We are going to go this way anyway. And we already looked at this. Yes, we already looked at this. So now we're going to go backtrack a bit. Okay, I know it's around here somewhere. And then we'll head back to the diner, because the diner has another secret that we need to... Oh, that's his name. Hal Tanaka. I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. I don't know why. There it is. This one here. I didn't know what it meant. It was all jumbled. But now I know what it means. Okay, where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Okay. Read the pink call note at the right side of the board. The letters are scrambled to form a cryptogram. And it says, sinners on a vid. Okay. So that actually means that whoever is on that videotape is going to be the one that probably killed our good friend here. Jake, right? That was who we were trying to find out. Jake Rogers, I think, was the one that got killed. I'm sorry if I don't really remember all this stuff, but I literally haven't played this game in a while. I played it... There we go. That's the coin that I was missing. I wanted to go back and get it where I forgot. Okay. Now we need to go backtrack here at the diner because I figured out everything there. But yeah, I haven't played this game since the last time I recorded it, and I can't remember all that stuff. Can't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, which more than likely probably wasn't anything, because I'm not a big breakfast person. Alright, so you know how I told you guys that these letters here is blue, and then there's the purple ones or whatever. Well, there's more, of course, I didn't see at the time, but there's green letters, and there's red letters. Okay, well apparently they mean something. So they mean the red is his. I don't know where the other red letters are, but it says check the menu and see that certain letters are in different colors. Red, his, green, journal, blue, is my, pink, cash cow. So I got the bottom part, is my cash cow, but I didn't get his journal. So his journal is my cash cow. Don't know what that means, but there you go, that's what that means. And then there was one more. Oh, and then there was another one here. I guess it was like a little drag thing? I don't know. But apparently the jukebox says Nancy Drew backwards. And it does, Nancy Drew. But I think, are we supposed to play? Yeah, okay. Daryl, student council president. Behind him is a menu board, and some of the letters on the right side of the board under the main headlines are in red. Bolt cutter, Later in the game, when Daryl leaves, the left side shows the red letters form soup ladle. If you select enough dialogue, you might get an award. So, okay. So I was wondering what that soup ladle was even for. Like, I don't understand what the soup ladle was even for. Take the soup ladle is all it says, but I mean, I never used it last time I played the game, so I had no idea. The jukebox says Nancy Drew, of course, written in reverse on the label. We can insert a coin if we want to listen to the records, and if we play all the songs, we can win an award. But I'm not going to be able to play them all. I don't have enough coins. I will put some coins in. And I will play... I don't know, let's play Mystique. Doesn't really matter anyway. And let's look at him and see what he has to say here. I didn't notice the menu board.
What can I do for you?
Right here. But apparently there's something with that I just talked about. So we'll have to keep on the lookout for that whenever he leaves. Bolt cutter is somewhere around there. I don't see it, but some of the letters are under the main headings are in red. Bolt cutter is in red somewhere around here, which I'm guessing all these letters here. Bolt cutter, and then on the other side we'll get to see soup ladle a little bit later. But while we're here, we can go ahead and actually talk to Daryl. That's his name, right? See what he has to say about some of these students.
Hal's an exchange student who's all scholarships and study. He's very intense about becoming a doctor.
So yeah, I was right. He was the one that wanted to become the doctor.
How well do you know Hulk Sanchez?
Obviously.
Big guy, big muscles, big dreams. A lot of football scouts have been coming over to watch him play. He must be under a lot of pressure to perform.
Okay. Well,
talk to you later.
At least we got a little bit of
Take
info.
care.
We should probably let Officer Beach know as well, but there is one thing that I did want to come back here and show you guys, because I told you there was one more thing here at the diner that we needed. So this note here, these letters down here are a clue, apparently. So, the letter. The first number is the line on the note, and the second number after the period is the position of the word on that line. So, 1.3, which would be first number is the line on the note. So, 1, and is the position of the word. 1, 2, 3. So, Daryl. Basically, you'd solve that, and it says, Daryl brings secrets to diner to get the cash for a life so finer. Which, that's what we're trying to figure out. Why would Daryl be wanting to take a job at the diner if he has money? And then we saw these jumping up letters down here. Could not figure out what they meant. Obviously, that was just like the videotape one, the pink one that we saw. And that is... we have to rearrange them by reading the letters one from top line and one from the bottom line, and then top, bottom. It just says, check your eyesight in gym. Which, now I'm realizing what that means. Check your eyesight in gym means that we needed to look at the eye chart to get that clue on the eye chart. So there we go. I think that's about every clue that I could not figure out the first time. So we are kind of caught up now. I didn't mean to take that long, but honestly, I wanted to try to see if I could make sure I get it all right this time, because I didn't want to, you know, do anything wrong. Okay, so now we need to ask Detective Beach what he knows. You know what, we need to get into his locker. Let's see.
Could you tell me the combination to Jake's locker?
Well, like I said, we already looked in his locker. There's nothing there.
I know, but I'd like to see for myself.
Then you'll need to figure it out by yourself.
Oh, well thanks. You're so much help. How can I get into the teacher's lounge then?
How can I get into the teacher's lounge?
Oh,
Look,
great. You're going to
Nancy,
tell me that I
maybe
can
this assignment
have
isn't
help for
you.
that too?
I can't be holding your hand all the time. Your job is to come to me with solutions, not problems.
Okay, well, he's no help
See you
whatsoever.
around.
We're just
Be
gonna leave
careful.
him alone to drink his excessive amounts of coffee that he keeps drinking. Whatever. Don't need your help anyway. Guess we'll just have to do it on our own. Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to go ahead and check our checklist here because I haven't been checking it for a while. So, I need to get to the teacher's lounge, and I need to figure out a way to get Connie to leave the student union area so that I can go in the student lounge. I need to talk to each student about each other, which I think we'll do next. And we need to research the meaning of kanji, which is a symbol that Connie is wearing around her neck. Although you can't really see it too well, but she is wearing a necklace and it has the kanji symbol on it. And we need to check out all the posters in the gym.
That's done.
I did that. The gym area is over there where Hank is, or whatever his name is, Hulk Sanchez. We need to ask him if they know how to get into Jake's locker. I
Check.
went to the diner.
Can't
And I
check
haven't
that
looked at
off
the
yet.
library yet. I need to go there as well.
That's done.
And I talked to everybody. Okay, so now we just need to go back kind of and check through everyone again. We need to figure out what everyone thinks about each other. So let's ask
How's it
Hulk
going?
first.
Do you know
what he
Hal
knows.
Tanaka?
That dude is always studying. He's a huge fan of mine. Real smart guy. But I never understood why a brain like Tanaka would hang out with slime like Jake.
Okay. A fan?
Fan?
Tanaka never missed a game. That is until he started hanging out with Jake.
Okay.
Hal was a friend of Jake's?
Let's just say I saw them talking together a lot. Jake's locker was right next to Hal's.
But they weren't really friends. Is that what you're saying?
Jake didn't really have friends, and Hal, he may seem pretty chill, but I've seen him crack a couple of times. He's seriously uptight.
Crack a couple of times.
He's got a temper, a bad one. He lets the pressure build and build until he's wound so tight the slightest thing sets him off. Like last week, I strike him out during gym, and he goes ballistic and charges the mound. He's got some serious issues. Now that I think of it, last time I saw them together, Hal seemed pretty upset.
Interesting. What about Connie?
What can you tell me about Connie Watson?
She hangs out at the gym a lot. I heard she's been having a real tough time.
Tough time?
I heard she's been having some money problems.
Okay. So maybe Daryl is working there. Not for himself, but for her, maybe.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He seems like a cool guy. His family used to sponsor the annual football awards dinner until last year. You know, he's the one who found Jake's body.
Yes, I believe he told me that.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
That might explain it, though. That might be why Connie dumped Jake to go to the dance with Daryl? Or no, did she dump Daryl to go to the dance with Jake, I believe. So, yeah. Probably got that all screwed up then. But I usually do. Alright, Hal Tanaka, tell me about Hulk Sanchez.
Have you heard of Hulk Sanchez?
Heard of him? Hulk holds the conference record for quarterback sacks. He's been the state's #1 player since he was a freshman. He's also a candidate for a big university, even with his injury.
Injury?
Hulk got hurt a few weeks ago. Ever since that game, he hasn't played the same. I worry that his chances of playing for a top school are not as good as before his injury.
Okay. Didn't mention an injury, I don't think.
Do you know Connie Watson?
Yes, we've been in a few classes together. I think she was dating Jake Rogers.
Okay, well then, if she was dating Jake and she dumped Daryl, maybe you could tell me about Daryl.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He's very popular, and a good politician, too. Just like his father.
Like his father?
I hear he was a great politician, but not a very good businessman. I think his company went bankrupt a few years ago.
Oh, wait, so maybe that's why he's working at the diner. Try to get money for his dad or something?
Do you know the combination to Jake Rogers' locker?
I'm sorry, Nancy. I can't help you with that.
Yeah, but your locker's right next to his.
Hulk said your locker's right next to Jake's. Are you sure you don't know the combination?
I remember one day Jake was mad because he couldn't open his locker. He told me he wished he had a phone handy. Would that help?
I guess. What am I supposed to do? I don't have his phone.
Connie told me you study too hard. Is that true?
Connie doesn't know my study habits. I can handle my studies. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
And again, he just sits there and doesn't go to the library. You know what, Hal Tanaka? I'm starting to not believe you because you're getting a little angry. And I'm just asking you. Just some simple questions.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Here we go. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Didn't I hear you were dating Jake?
Hey, a girl can make a mistake, can't she?
And then we go right into the money's tight for you
Hulk
these
told
days.
me money's been tight for you these days.
But what a dork! Hulk Sanchez doesn't know the first thing about my life. He needs to get a life and stop talking about mine.
Well, alrighty then.
I'll talk to you later.
Fine.
Bye, Nancy.
But you saw the necklace, so obviously she's got something there that we need to figure out. I'm trying to... Let's see, I think we've talked to everyone. There we
That's
go.
done.
See what they have to talk about each other.
Check.
And he told me how I can get into the locker. I just need to figure out how. First of all, I need to get Jake's stuff. Try to get in there. We need to go back and talk to Hulk about his injury. So, before we continue to the library, I know everybody's just like, oh my gosh, we have to go to the library. We haven't been to the library once yet.
How's it going?
Alright, here we go.
I'm really sorry you got injured. Does that affect your chances of playing college ball?
I had a little sprain, no big deal. Within a week, I was better than before, and impressing the football scouts. I'm as strong as ever.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Later.
well that was easy.
That's done.
I don't know why we had to talk to him about his injury, but apparently it must mean something. Okay, so we need to get into the library. I think we will worry about Connie later. But we have a key in our inventory to get into the library. And voila, we are in the library. Okay, so we need to do a couple things in here. One, we need to find the meaning of kanji, which Connie was wearing. We also need to do something with like a map, I believe. And here is some different things as well you can read through, I guess. I told you there was a lot of books in the library. I don't think they have anything to do with us, or the story. So I'm definitely going to stick to not reading them, but you guys can read them if you would like. I definitely don't really want to read through them. I read through all of them already. I believe that's talking about steroids, like with athletes, they can get injured or something. I don't know. Ah, here we
that
go.
medallion Connie is wearing is kanji for crane.
So there we go. That is what we were looking for. We wanted to know what that kanji meant.
Did that?
And it means crane. So there, we should have that figured out. Glad we got that. And this is another story here. History of San Francisco. Local celebrities. It's one of the stories in the book that you can read about, I guess, just to have to read. I don't exactly understand why they put these in here. I guess just for history's sake. But I read through them and I pretty much did not really need to. I mean, they didn't help me with the story. Braille, I believe the Braille didn't help as well. Oh, actually it did. The Braille is what we're going to use whenever we go into the Teacher's Lounge. No, not Teacher's Lounge. That door. Remember that door that we couldn't open? The maintenance room door? This is what we're going to use it for. Braille is a code of small raised dots on paper that can be read by touch. In 1829, the Braille system was published based on a grid of 6 dots. This symbol allows 63 different arrangements of dots which represent the alphabet, punctuation marks, numbers, and music. Braille books are pressed from metal plates. The dots are stamped on both sides of the paper by a process called interpointing. The dots on one side do not interfere with the dots printed on the other side. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to come back here because we're gonna need that to get into the teacher's lounge. I know that has something to do with it. Just gotta figure it out. And here is the map drawer. 5th drawer down, right? Yep, he said 5th drawer down. And here we have, oh, another note. It has another periodic table element on it, NaL3. So I will write that one down as well. And we had to figure out this code here. So it's a clue that he told us about. And I think you're supposed to read the letters. Like you skip each letter and read the red letters and they say something, and then you skip them and read the blue ones and they say something as well. It says in red, if anything happens to me, here, but then you read the blue and it says search, ch, search under my combo in catalog. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's probably going to be something we're going to use for later. Combo. Search under my combo in the catalog. Oh, okay. See, I had no idea what that was for. I did not know. So if you go over this way, you can see over here these computers. You can use them to search up things, but we don't know what we're searching up. Catalog. He said catalog, search my combo in the catalog. Obviously, that's going to probably mean his locker combination, which we don't have yet, so I can't search that up. But there is one thing that we can go do. We can go look at Jake's locker, or not locker, his seat area where he was. And, okay. What the heck was that? Freaking alarm going off? Oh! Okay, somebody must have set off the alarm for the soda thing, or whatever it's called. Remember that code that we found? Apparently people set that off all the time, and someone has to go and turn it off. That someone would be Connie. So that's very useful right there, that little bit. That's very useful because we definitely need to set that off to get her to go away from the teacher's lounge. Very subtle game, very subtle. So I'm going to leave that up for you guys. You can read that if you would like. I'm going to leave all the books up. I don't remember where all of them are, to be exact, because I know I missed a couple of them when I played through. But basically, you can go through and you can read the books in the library. And I guess they're just books to read if you want to. I didn't see where they were actually helpful in figuring out the story, but apparently they were. So there's different books that you can read about, and I guess they just tell you some cool stuff. Maybe we'll use them in like future games. Maybe that's why they're telling us about them and letting us go ahead and look at them. Because I know one of them in here, this one, the Crystal Skull. This one is actually going to be a game that you can play later on. The Legend of the Crystal Skull, I believe. That Nancy actually goes on the case and solves it for herself. So that's actually something if you want to read about that. Then we can kind of have a little bit of backstory into the Crystal Skull and how it came to be. But I feel like when we play that game, we'll probably figure that out on our own. Like, we'll probably get all the information that we need. Or this could just be the one thing that we needed to read before you play that game, and you could be like, wow, okay, so I already knew the history of the Crystal Skull. There you go. If you want to read that, go ahead and read it. And pause and read it and take your time. And one more here. This one is, let's see, it's about the Dynaham Model 2000, which apparently is like a Morse code type thing, which I don't think we're actually going to be needing any Morse code, but we are going to be needing some Braille, so I mean that should obviously be something. But there's Morse code. Maybe we'll use Morse code later games, and we'll wish that we would have wrote these down, but I feel like any later games that we play will definitely probably be we'll probably have hints along the way. It's not like they're going to just drop us into a game and not give us any information. Okay, so here we are. This is the periodic table of elements that I was talking about. You know how we've been writing down all those periodic table elements? Well, apparently there's 18 of them. And I think I've only found 15 so far. So I haven't found all of them yet. But there should be some more, I guess, around here that I'm gonna have to find. But, hello. This is Jake's stuff, Jake Rogers' stuff. And there's another code, I can see it right there. I.U2. So I'm gonna write that one down. Things to remember. The answer to my fate lies in the box. A matchbook behind Maxine's schedule holds the first step. Okay. My messages hold the remaining 18 steps. The elements tell the order. The letter and the digit tell the direction. Okay. So he's probably talking about something here that I can't seem to figure. I don't remember how I did that. But I think I have to find another clue before I can do that. So, I don't think there was any more here that I was supposed to look at. Because you can't go anywhere else. So, let's see. Oh wait, we need to go over here, right? And look at the books over here, I believe? I really don't think any of the books in the library had codes in them for Jake's stuff. This is talking about werewolves, lycanthropy, which I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay. At first it was really weird because when I played through the game the first time, I was freaking out. I was like, oh, is this gonna be one of them crazy games where one of the people turns out to actually be a werewolf, like a psycho killer? Like, you know how Daryl was talking about how he can see everything with his contacts clearly or whatnot? I thought that meant that he had contacts to cover the colors of his eyes, that his eyes were really werewolf eyes, and he had the contacts so that he could cover them up and make them like seem like they were blue, and he was the one that secretly killed Jake Rogers. He turned into a werewolf one night and he killed him. That's what I originally thought, but then I was like, okay, this is the very first Nancy Drew game. Come on, they're not gonna go that crazy. The very first game, are they? And this game was made like a long time ago. Way long time ago. I don't even remember how long it was, but I've never played it, so obviously it was a really long time ago when this game was made. And it just seems like that would be kind of crazy for them to do that for the very first game. They kind of wanted it to be like a mystery series. So, I don't know, it feels really weird that they would go through and do that. But apparently all this stuff must have something to do with something. I don't think any of these had the code in it though, because I don't ever remember seeing another code. But if you want to read them, I guess that's why they're here, so we can read the books. So we'll get all the books highlighted here so you guys can read them. And this is Ichidu, which I believe is the same thing that Connie has. You know how Connie has that necklace, kanji necklace around her neck? I think this has something to do with it. Maybe she was reading this book and she decided that she wanted to learn kanji or Ichidu. I feel like they're kind of the same thing. And she decided that that's why she would do it. Not really too sure. But maybe she read up on this book here in the library and it helped her do better. I don't know. I don't know why this is in here. It was a funny book. It was really weird. It was a pretty funny book though. I believe that might be the last book. I might have missed one. I feel like I did, but I don't think the book's really that important, to be honest. So let's go ahead and exit out of the library because we can't really do anything with the library right now. But what we need to do is we definitely need to go and we need to find what he told us about in the map drawer. He needs his combo. Search under my combo in the catalog. That's probably going to be what we need to do next. I need to go back, I guess, and see if I missed any of the codes. Because by my count here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. So I need 2 more to make 18. Because I need to have all 18. So I'll probably need to see if I missed any of them. I don't think there would be any in the teacher's lounge. But that is definitely something that we need to do next. We'll also need to go and ask Connie as well about her necklace. And we need to open Jake's locker too. Which, for the life of me, I cannot find Jake's locker. It was at the front of the school. That's it, right? No, that's not it. We're at the back of the school, over by the library. This is not where I want to go. Okay. There wasn't anything over here, though. Just a sign here. He didn't write any. No, he didn't. And we called them, and they said that they would call us if we were summoned or whatnot. But I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and end off the episode here, guys. I'm going to go and see if I can figure out if I missed one of the secret codes that Jake has told us about, because we're definitely getting close to figuring everything out. We just need to get those codes, and then we need to get into the teacher's lounge, and then I feel like we need to talk to a couple more people. We might need to go back to Maxine's Diner as well. So I don't know. We got a lot more backtracking to do. That's kind of what this game is about. It's about backtracking and basically trying to see the hidden meaning between all the clues. So I don't know, we'll figure it out in the next episode. For now, I'm going to end it off here, and I will see you guys next time with some more of our Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill Let's Play.